What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, man, I was about to get crashed. Need to get out the street. Anyways, welcome back to another video. Today, I was just feeling fearless as it could be. Anyways, I wanted to speak about fear. What even is fear? What do we do with fear? Why do we have fear? Is it a feeling? Is it an emotion? What is it? Is it you knowing you can't do something? What is it? I don't know. But I want to talk about my relationship with fear. Over the years, my relationship with fear, I don't know what it's been. It's like, I'm not a fearful guy. I'm a very outgoing person. I get into a lot of things. I put myself out there. I'm very confident, as I would like to think and say and feel. But whenever I get to these situations where it's like I'm about to do something and I just have anxiety or heart beating fast, or I don't know. But it's something that's stopping me from taking the biggest jumps of my life. And at the same time, when I think about it, every time I done took one of those jumps, it's been the best on the other side. The best outcomes, the best results. So when you really look at it, it's like, why am I even scared? But then with that thought, I still have the fear. So the way I deal with this is I tell myself in small increments throughout the journey that not to think about it as such of a big thing. Because when you think about it as a big thing, it becomes such a scary, massive something that you feel like you can't accomplish. But when you start to think about it as something small, maybe 1 hour, maybe 1 day, even just think about the first week. That's how I like to call it. That's how it was always easy for me. The 1 week method. Because for me, it always just the first week was the hardest. That's the week I couldn't sleep. That's the week I felt like, damn, the world is over. But eventually, that week came to an end and I started seeing that I could sleep. Not 4 nights, but maybe like 2 hours or 3 hours. I started feeling that my body is coming back. And that was the verification. That was the excitement that my body needed to no longer be afraid, to continue to go with this, to continue to push forward, to continue to have the strength to overcome and get to the next day, because I know how good it felt now. I lived it. I know what it feel like, you know? So each decision became easier and easier. You know, the fear, it's not gonna ever disappear. I feel like it's a part of me. It just makes me feel like I'm alive. It makes me double check my decisions. It makes me rethink. And that's a good thing. I like that. But I want you to take fear with a grain of salt, because it can hinder you, but it can also make you feel alive and make you stay alert. But I want you to know something. In this life, I guess they say all the great things is beyond fear, but nobody really never tell you how to get there. Nobody tell you how to achieve that. So you just go through life, you know, experience after experience, dealing with things and experiencing it the way you feel the right way, and handling things the way you feel is the correct way to handle it. And I guess that's how everybody learn how to get over their own fear. You find your coping mechanism, which is not really coping, but like me, for instance, when I was a child, I was afraid to smile because I had cricket teeth and I was afraid. But then I found out how I can take pictures and smile without being afraid. And from that moment on, you will never catch me in any photo not smiling, any video not smiling. Why? Because I learned my way to conquer that fear. And I feel like you should learn your way to conquer any fear. You should sit with yourself, tell yourself what's the fear, what you feeling, why are you having this feeling, and then is there a way that you can overcome this by maybe making something more easy, making something more beautiful, making it, I don't know, appear to your brain as if it's not a threat, is what I'm basically trying to say. But with all this being said, fear is a really funny thing, you know, because like we in this life, we want to jump out of planes. That's supposed to be something you're scared of, right? That's supposed to be something that, you know, what the heck, jumping out of a plane. But yet, that's the type of things that we want to do because it brings that excitement. But then you have the other type of fear, the fear that shuts you down, the fear that have you feeling like you can't do, the fear that have you not taking the next step because you feel like you're not ready or you're not right for the position and stuff like that. And I really feel like, you know, it's up to you which relationship you have with fear. You can let fear drive you. You can let fear guide you. You can let fear push you in the right direction. Or you can let fear hold you back and hinder you. But I guess everybody has their own journey with fear. And this is my journey. And this is what I was feeling today. And I just wanted y'all to feel some of what I'm feeling. And y'all let me know in the comments down below what y'all think about me. You know? Because it's really an interesting thing. Like, I'm 28 years old, and I've been living through different stages of fear for my whole 28 years. It's like, as a child, you're fearful, you have your fears, you know. As a teenager, you have your fear. Then as a grown adult, you're dealing with grown adult fears. It's like, it never disappears, at least not for me. It always shows back up in some type of form, some type of factor. But at the end of the day, we learn how to deal with it. We learn how to accept it. And like I said earlier, we learn how to move past and achieve what we want. At least that's the brighter side of it. That's how I see. And that's what I believe you're going to be doing. But that's what I'm doing. We in this together, like you said. But just be easy on yourself, you know? Everything ain't already known. You're not supposed to know how to do everything. You're not supposed to feel familiar with every location, with every activity, you know? The beauty in life is going, taking that first step and figuring it out, you know? Seeing what's on the other side. Maybe I could do it, maybe I can't. What if it was easy? What if it was nothing from the beginning and you was just stressing all along? You know? So I guess just be cool, be easy, be gentle with yourself, believe in yourself, be confident that you're putting in the work, you're doing the job, you know that at the end of the day, you're going to prosper, you're going to come out on top, and just enjoy the journey. It was your boy Lev. I'll see y'all next time.